All right. Top right, we have Dark. Bottom left, we have Jason. Dark is in Dark? Yeah, it's Dark, man. I underestimate how stubborn you are. I know you've been playing Terran many years, so I do know how stubborn you are. I can't wait. I'm actually really excited to have an actual good StarCraft 2 Terran that hasn't put time into StarCraft 1 try StarCraft 1 Terran. I'm very excited about that. Because no one's done that. No one's done that. There's like no people that switch from StarCraft 2 to StarCraft 1. Like Scarlet went, and but she went Protoss because she knew it was easy. And just macroed and got good. But for someone to try Terran is going to be exciting. Special was a Brood War player, so that's completely different. Yeah, Scarlet's a Zerg, but she played Brood War Protoss. Like, if you want to do it easily, you play Protoss. Like, we could get up a tree to GM as Protoss in, like, fucking 6 months. Something like that, I bet you. Or not GM, whatever it's called. You know, fucking S rank. Alright. Yeah, Dark versus Jason. Obviously, Dark is heavily favored here. But Jason's a good player. He can put out some strong games, I think. Might even take a map. Ugh. Yeah, people seem to think that I have a hard time when it's Terran versus Terran, complaining about why I lost, because then Terran can't be the weakest. But that's the whole thing. Terran is so fucking weak it can even beat itself. It's disgusting. Can you even imagine that? It's like Terran's so weak it can't beat anything, but then it plays itself like, well, I can beat this. It's like, whoa. All right, Reaper coming across the map. He is expanding, getting that factory as well. Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, standard old shit. I hate this part so much, man. Fuck. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Oh my god, the Reaper's coming in! It's Micron against the 4 Zerglings! Look at that go! Oh my god! There! Are they all gonna be yellow? No! 2 yellow and an orange! Okay, the orange one goes back to yellow. Here we go. He leads with the green one. The green one's yellow now, too. Look at that. The Reaper's taking some damage. A grenade goes off. Oh, the Queen is out. It's over. Oh, wow. Yeah, fuck off if you think that that means anything. All right, there you go. So we're done that portion of the game. That's always so exciting and just so different every time as well. It's really impactful. Or so the fucking Reddit threads have told me after I've been outspoken about how stupid it is. Now, yeah, some Lings walking around the map. The Reaper kind of keeping track of what's what. Not a lot to see over there, honestly. And 2 Hellions here to actually stop these Lings. That's a good split there by Dark. That's a little bit annoying for Jason. He's going to end up losing a Hellion, which is absolutely not what he wanted to have go down here. That split definitely hurting him a bit. Oh my god, he loses an SCV as well. Oh, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. So, oh, okay. So we have Concussive Shell. We have a Viking. They'll probably make a medevac after this Viking. And do we have an armory? I mean, we have to have an armory. Like, if you're going concussive, it's a Hellbat push. That would be wild if he actually skips the armory. That doesn't really make sense to me. The Viking definitely does. You can maybe kill an Overlord and then land it, and that's super helpful. Maybe he already has armory and I just wasn't paying attention. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Okay, another Marauder. He's hiding those Marauders, as he should. There's the armory. The armory feels a bit late. Maybe it's just a delayed push? Yes, the Artosis, the greatest of all creatures. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the Viking is basically helping him hide what this is. Oh, dude. Oh, no. Close it up. He can't see a Marauder pop. Yeah, and I don't think he will. This should hit before then. Okay. Oh, but he's losing SCVs of the natural. Oh, it's so painful. Let's see how this push does. Dude, this is a little bit scary, right? Where's some Marauders? Where's some Marauders? There they are. There they are. Dude, that's a lot of queens already. 7 queens. That is exactly what you want against something like this. So some good transfusions going down. You want to get the medevac if you can. He has put a little bit of damage on, but a good move back there. Concussive shells, of course, making it very hard to micro, but it seems like there's just not enough here for Jason. Those link counterattacks did very well, and he's going to GG out, as you should. If you fail with that type of push, you're not really going to be able to come back. You don't really have anything built up to get in that mid-game correctly. So, yeah, good defense there by Dark. Great unit design. Yeah, the Queen's all right. Artosis prefers losing the game at the 4-minute mark to a single Zealot to the early game Zergling Reaper dance. You're wrong about that because the first Zealot hits your base before 4 minutes. But actually, there is a really decent amount of pro games where they lose to the first Zealot. I don't know if you actually knew that. Apparently not, because you're trying to make fun of me for it. But literally at the pro level, Terrans sometimes lose to literally the first Zealot that walks across the map. I've casted it in ASL probably 5 games, 6 games. Isn't that crazy? 1 Zealot, the first unit. But TVP becomes Terran favored at the top, said all the Protoss players in unison, although it absolutely wasn't the case. No, not Beast of Zealots. Literally anyone's Zealots. It's like, oh, did you do a gasless expand and their probe didn't come to your base, so you thought you could get away with no Marine? You lose. Bye. You lost to my first unit. LOL. Why'd I leave GSL in Korea if it isn't too intrusive? It's not intrusive. It's, I left to raise my family in Canada. Wanted to have a bigger house. Don't feel like I need to live in Korea for my career anymore. Wanted to be near family. This is my wife's family. Lives near where we moved to. They all live within 10 minutes, so it's pretty sick. Yeah. And now we have like a house, and my kids are getting raised where I want them, and it's nice. Clean air, yeah, that's that is true. Very clean air.
Come here, Mario, growled Bowser as he parted his urethral opening. Fuck my.
We don't do that one. Do your kids get any opportunities to practice Korean? My twins don't. My oldest daughter has a lesson every week, a tutor for an hour every week. And we still give her Korean books and stuff like that, so she continues. I know everyone didn't want a Brood War balance patch remaster because what if Blizzard left the game in a shit state, but what if the community maintained patches like StarCraft 2 is going through, was applied, you think we'll ever receive? No, we never want patches, okay? Like, here's the thing. StarCraft 2 does need some patches here and there, I think. It freshens the game up a lot. The game is a lot better after a patch.
What? The underscore
you don't want that in
donated $3.33. Artie, what exactly do you have against urethras? Did one bang your mom once or something? Thanks.
Anyways, you don't want a patch in StarCraft 1. The game works as it is. And you know, the community patching shit never, ever, ever is going to work because everyone is so fucking grossly biased except for Flash. It's like, and this is true. Let me just be real about this. Like, I'm biased as well. I'm less biased than people think I am. Honestly, this is like my career, and I am less biased than people think I am. But the only person that's truly not biased is Flash, because he understands the game like 10 levels above everyone else. So, like, whatever he says, you actually just have to take as the truth, because the other players just don't understand it like he understands it. And he's already shown he can literally play any fucking race and beat you. So, just want to let you guys know that. Anyways. He also understands about crypto. Hey, man, pump and dump, man. I heard that shit makes money. Okay. So. Let's take a look here. What do we have? Anything interesting?
Don't lie, Artosis donated $3. You didn't move to Canada to raise your family and be near family.
Okay.
Don't lie to us.
Okay, why then?
You moved to Canada because of your secret plan. To kill everyone in SC and become best SC player. You tried to kill your dad and no regret. They just got sick. Scan is next.
Scan is next. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta message him and get a time for him to come over. I gotta talk to him about that. See if he's down for it. I'm really excited about that, actually. I want everyone to visit me now. All right. Dude, I would feel so bad. No Regret's gonna come visit me again really soon. I'm excited about that. If he gets sick again, I'm gonna be really sad. It's like, damn, man, my place is diseased. Toronto to PI, man, that's 18 hours. Good luck with that drive. All right. Yeah, still nothing to really talk about here. We have a Marine being made after this Reaper. We'll see if he's going to go Reactor here now. Should be Reactor right after that Marine. It'd be really weird if it's not. There it is. Yeah, so as expected. Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh, wow.
What? Don't defense.
Dude, he's going to get it.
$3.33. Artie, I asked you a day before if you'd do a one-shot patch and you said you would. Now, all of the sudden, you're too biased to do it. So which one is it, Artie?
No, okay. So, honestly, I think it would be okay to slightly buff all the things that are literally never used. I think that as a patch would be okay. And you could even take a vote from pro gamers. It's like, could this ever break optical flare? This little buff to it. Right? And they'd be like, no, and it would be fine.
$3.33. Artie, we don't want that no regret guy to come back. The last time all he did was argue with chat, call us dumb, and lie about being in the GSL. It's like StarCraft stolen valor, and I won't stand for it.
Damn. Well, it's too bad he's gonna come back. He's my buddy. And we're gonna try to co-stream with Husky during that as well, Jambulance, just to really make you happy. But yeah, anyways, yeah, as far as the patch goes, like, I wouldn't do any big changes. Like, but I would do things like, you know, optical flare, restoration, ghosts, nukes, maybe a slight buff to scout, right? The scout, that type of thing. Probably nothing for Zerg, honestly, because Zerg literally uses everything that they have. You can't really buff anything for Zerg. Every single thing for Zerg is good. No, Spawn Broodling is actually really, really used. Against mech, it's incredibly strong to the point that some people think mech isn't usable anymore. So you can't do that one. But I would give slight buffs to all the Terran and Protoss shit that's never used. Anyways, looking at this game, it looks like we're going to have a Battlecruiser rush, which is kind of cool. We don't see those too often anymore. So that's kind of a fun thing for Jason to be trying out here. Is Hellions with the dive-in. Not honestly getting very much damage here. This feels a little bit anticlimactic. Doesn't really get much. Sometimes if you go BC and you really build your Hellion count, sometimes they can come in and help against Queens, but that's not going to be a doable situation here. But sometimes they will draw the Queens aside. Maybe the Hellions, the remaining Hellions, can go in and get some kills then. Yeah, I believe we lost like one drone there. It wasn't much, though. So first Battlecruiser on the way. You know, these Battlecruiser builds, like, he'll probably go into mech from here. I think that's especially hard against Dark. But that's the norm. But yeah, Battlecruiser builds are solid. They are legitimate. Oh, and eBay. I still think it's going to be a mech build. Yeah, there's 2 more factories. It would be pretty surprising if you try to bio build. Like, BC into bio. I haven't seen it in a while. I saw it in the Gamers Without Border qualifier. Special did it against Laser and had this excellent game, but barely ended up losing with it. But it was like a really well-executed one. But we haven't, other than that, I haven't seen it for like 3 years. 4 years maybe. Jeez. God, StarCraft 2, so much time has passed. But yeah, it's almost always mech that you're going to see as the follow-up. Now, Yamato is on the way. The multiple factories as well. I'm interested to see how much damage he can actually get with the BCs. It seems like he's actually stockpiling, right? Like, we have 1 BC out, and he hasn't sent it yet. So he might be waiting for 2 to try to get a lot of damage. But don't forget, the later you kill drones, the less it matters, right? If you kill 2 drones, literally, let's say the game starts and 2 drones blow up. Gigantic, okay? If that doesn't happen until 2 minutes in, okay, that's still reasonable. If it doesn't happen until 4 minutes in, okay, well, I mean, not really impactful. It happens at 20 minutes in, doesn't matter at all, right? So, like, literally waiting like 80 seconds or whatever to beam over makes a big difference. So even if you do a lot more damage, it actually might not be as good as if you got 25% as many drones a minute earlier, right? And there's no hard and fast rule for these things, but you can kind of look at it when you play a lot of StarCraft and stuff and be like, okay, here's what I think about that. Now, here's the funny thing. Look at Dark's upgrades. He's got 1/1 melee. He's got pathogen glands. He's got baneling speed, okay? What he has gone for here, the build that Jason is doing, it is widely accepted, is a counter against this. So the fact that Dark here has gone for like a Ling Bane type of opener, the Battlecruiser plus mech, like that's what you're looking for with mech. If you can hide it long enough that your opponent is trying to go for some sort of Ling Bane type of strategy, you're ahead. Now, Dark is a world champion, and Jason's very good, but he's not like... I guess we should say he's not like a true pro gamer level, like he's not going to win some big tournament. But let's see what he does. Let's see it. Right? 2 Battlecruisers come in. He's already killed a few queens. Still trying to gun him down. He's going to lose one of these, unfortunately. Yeah, he was a little bit late on that. A little bit late. So that's frustrating. So right now, yeah, infestors are being made on top of this. Okay, he'll get that one out, so that's good. Infestors are being made on top of this. Burrow, we have Neural Parasite coming up. The Hive is almost done. Definitely upgrading these. You know, it looks like it's going to be more battle mech focused. Lots of Hellions, lots of Cyclones. 4th command center floating over. You know, the problem here, I think, is 93 drones for Dark, right? So even though, like, for instance, he went down this upgrade route for a unit set that doesn't do well against mech, he hasn't really had to make the units. His drone count is exactly where he wants it to be. Like 93 drones. That's Dark through and through. So, honestly, I look at this and I want to see Jason make a bunch of tanks because I feel like he's going to get overrun with battle mech. Like, Dark is going to have so much shit. It's going to be insane. Obligatory queen complaint. I walked across the room in open chat to make this complaint. Very good, Balance Whiner. So yeah, he's still roaming about a little bit with this. None of this that we're seeing right here is overly impactful. Right? It's like, it's a little bit. There's a little bit going on, right? It's Dark. If you can trade anything here to keep the supply slightly lower for Jason, that's, in general, in theory, going to be good. But if Jason is trading out more Hellion Cyclone and replacing with things like siege tanks, then in theory, that's going to be pretty good for him, right? Like, you want to build your composition towards better units. Okay, so he's going to knurl this and jump it right there so it can't jump away. So that's why that jump occurred, because now you can't jump away. He might even knurl it one more time. Or maybe throw a fungal down. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. See, he knurls again so he doesn't lose a queen. So, you know, 100 mana so you don't lose a queen. Seems good. Seems good to me. Clearing creep right now with that Raven. Ooh. You know, altitude, we never see these bases actually taken. Mapu knows I talk about that a lot when we're on altitude, to the point where I don't even talk about it anymore. But, like, I have not casted a single game where people have taken those gold bases on altitude and mined from them. Not a single game. I saw one Nexus made at one, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. It just doesn't happen. Anyways, Ling Bane Roach rolling in here and actually clears a lot. You can see Jason is down quite a bit of supply. having a hard time right now. You know, he's playing this battle mech style. You know, here's the thing. Like, Jason tricked Dark to a certain degree. And we were talking about, is it worth it to hold the BCs back this long for the trick? Okay? And I think that that is debatable one way or the other. But he went Battlecruiser opener, and then he went into Battle Mech. And Battle Mech is when you have Hellion Cyclone. That's a style of mech where you're running in and running out all the time, and you're looking for small battles. That's why it's called Battle Mech. Right? Like, you're looking to fight rather than massing siege tanks to outscale your opponent. And the fact that he was sitting back for so long, it feels like today in general, Jason's games have been him maybe not as confident as he should be. And maybe it's not right for him to be confident against Dark, but honestly, like, I think you do need to, if you're going BC into Battle Mech, I think you do need to be out there. Because, like, if you're sitting back this long and you're still on the Cyclone-based army, like, you know, you're not, it's hard to do. You got to keep pressure on your opponent. Dark's sitting at 90 plus drones. It's just too hard to play against. He beats everyone in the world if he gets to 90 drones that easily. Everyone. Literally everyone. Maru included. That's like, yeah, you have to keep pressure on circuit players. So a lot of damage being dealt there. Jason having a hard time keeping his supply up high. Still massing up Cyclones. He only has 1/1 upgrades, unfortunately. Not really able to get any better than that. His Cyclone ratio has gotten better here, so that's something. But of course, when you mix a few Lings in there, you get a few Infestors for fungals and stuff. It gets really hard to make these Cyclones do what you want them to do. There's nothing quite as stupid as a Cyclone locking onto a Zergling. And there's that fungal. You can't really see fungal on Cyclones, by the way. It's kind of weird. I think we're going to be seeing GG here pretty soon. It doesn't feel like Jason has any way to make any sort of progress, and the unit set he continues to produce isn't finding a way in. Can't really do very much. Yeah, you can see how poor those really are against the Zerglings. And there are 2/1 Zerglings as well. I'd imagine they have Adrenal, but I actually didn't pay attention to that. Some Ravagers being mixed in here as well now. Someone's saying you could gift Jason 3k and he wouldn't win. Yes, of course not. You could give him a maxed army right now, and I would still choose Dark. GG. Too tough a position.